Alright, boys. Platinum games now. Platinum, I would say, is the first league you're in where you should actually start looking at army composition. Like, you actually want to pay attention to what your opponent's making in terms of army. Gold, silver, and plat, you don't have to do that. You could literally, every game with Terran, go Hellion Cyclone into Hellion Thor. Protoss, every game, you could go into, like, Mass Stalkers and Immortals, if you really wanted to. And Zerg, you could go Roach Hydra every game. You seriously could. But now we should actually start looking at what our opponents are doing a little bit. We don't really want to micro our army still. It's still too much. Don't fucking micro in Platinum League. Okay? If you're a Platinum player, don't think that... You just need to think that micro is irrelevant to you. Because it is. It's not relevant. Micro starts happening in... Jesus, I keep hitting my eye on this fucking thing with my glasses. Micro doesn't start happening until you're in Diamond League. You don't micro until you're Diamond League.
Not enough minerals.
And that even then, it's like minimum micro. It's really basic shit. Like setting up a concave and A-moving. Oh my god, I'm falling apart. Okay, so supply depot, barracks, gas. We're playing against a Zerg. Let's go ahead and scout him up. I don't even think about making a caster unit until GM. Yeah, I would say caster units are Master League type thing, for sure. You want to A-move most of your armies and below that, anywhere below that. Okay. People do such weird shit, dude. Sending an SCV off to go attack it. It's fine.
What's going on?
You go mine. You go mine his minerals so I can scout his base. Make a marine. Make an orbital. Marine can be rallied down here. And now I can make a expansion in a second here when I can afford it. Marine can go A-move the drone. Now I can go make a factory.
Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete.
Make a
Not
SCV.
enough minerals.
Make a depot. Then a reactor. Then a bunker. Good job, Marine. You're fucking owning. He's expanded. So let's make a reactor.
Our SCVs
Make a depot.
under attack.
We see a Zerg who's got gas pool. He just started out speed upgrade. Let's go back home. He's playing standard. He's playing for a speed league expand, or like it's like a standard build basically. It's like hatch gas pool basically. It's really standard. All right, so now we're gonna make a second gas,
Additional.
and now we're gonna make a bunker. Still all while making SCVs. Lift off the factory, make a second factory, rotate them over. Make an orbital command first, this takes priority. And SCV. And now we can make Hellions.
Not enough minerals.
Now I can make a reactor.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Let's start making depots. Make SCVs, make SCVs, make a mule.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Alright, now we'll re-rally because I'm fully saturated. Now let's make an armory with my dude over here. Make a depot with my dude over here.
Not enough add-ons.
Swap them
complete.
over. Make SCVs. Now we can start making Cyclones and Hellions whenever I can afford a Cyclone.
Not enough minerals.
But SCVs again take priority, so we'll stop production of this for a second, of making new units, until I fully get SCVs going, and then we can recontinue the factory production. Make a mule, make a depot,
Not Not enough minerals.
Now we're gonna stop making gas units just for a second here, so we can upgrade going on the armory. So we'll make Hellions basically only for right now until I get +1 going, which is right now. And now I can go back to making Cyclones for the time being, and the Hellions.
Not enough minerals.
Make another depot. Let's make another depot up here, just in case he tries to like do some weird drop or something, or a Nidus. SCVs. Now one more depot. And now that we're fully saturated on our natural, or we're about to be, double gas. Now let's grab all our Hellbats, Hellions, make them Hellbats, lower this shit, select the army, make a hotkey, let's go out of my base. We'll aim move out of my base. Everything new can stay, it's fine. We'll just move with this. We'll aim move right there. We'll raise this up, and let's make another command center now. And at the same time, we're still making SCVs. We're going to saturate this now. Now we're going to also make another factory. And it'll be a tech lab factory. Alright, let's see what's going on over here. Alright, let's go attack this. There's creep here. Let's go attack this base.
Not enough minerals.
Alright, let's start a second armory.
Add-on complete.
Still making SCVs. Start another depot. And let's just start engineering bay just in case this guy wants to go Muta, because I haven't seen shit yet, really. Really haven't seen anything from him yet. Let's be careful with our cyclones. Put him in the back. And we'll A-move this base now. Look back, look away. Don't even pay attention anymore. We just move him where we want to go. Oh, well, look at this now. Now, no, hey, you know what? This fight's not going well. I see that's happening. Let's just go back to my base. Right click back to my base. We'll stop.
Mineral field.
It looks like he might go Muta. There's a possibility that that might happen. So now at this point, we're going to stop all production of Cyclones. We always do. And now we're going to replace the Cyclones role with Thors. We're going to make another factory because we now have a third command center done. And we'll start. We're still making SCVs the whole time. We'll start upgrades. We'll go ahead and start a fourth command center here in just a second. Because, you know, I'll be able to afford it. And we're about to have this command center going here anyways. Now let's go ahead and just, for safety, put one turret in my mineral lines. Because I actually think he might go Muta. Because he's making a bunch of spines. That really seems like a Muta thing to do. So we're going to move this over here. We're going to lower my depots. Still making SCVs. Now let's go ahead and grab 11 SCVs. 12 now. Okay, he's right there. So we're going to send my whole army right there. We're going to chill with the SCVs just for a second. Until I can land. Keep making units. Don't get distracted too hard. There we go. We can land. Cool. Now let's make a turret. Now let's drop some mules at it. We can make some more depots.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Now we can make some gases over here and just keep my factories running.
Not
Keep them all going. Make an orbital.
Not enough minerals.
SCVs still. We're at 65. We're not done yet.
Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals. Upgrade. Not enough minerals.
Look at my upgrades. So we got an upgrade ready to go. We're chilling, boys. We're not really doing much. We're just kind of macroing and chilling. Let's start another command center up here.
I'm going.
Let's have like a unit go check it out too. See if there's anything up there.
Upgrade complete.
Now, since we got a lot of money now, we're kind of done making SCVs for the most part. Let's make even more factories. Put a barracks up there. It's fine. Alright, cool. Now, what's my SCVs look like? We're at 65. We're gonna make 8 more and we're done. Saturate my gases properly. Now let's grab my whole army and let's get ready to move out.
Not enough minerals.
We should upgrade too. We should get smart servos and
Insufficient Vespian
from a
gas.
Preigniter. Now off this attack, we're gonna see what he's doing. More so than what he's already done. Okay, this is enough SCVs. We're gonna rotate some over here now. We're still fully saturated on this base. We can make a couple turrets and make another command center up here. We'll make this a planetary fortress when it's done. Yeah, let's kill some creep.
Additional. Not enough minerals.
Let's kill some more creep. Look at my upgrades. Cool. Now let's go ahead and A-move this base. We'll see what he's got. One more scan over here. Actually, we'll A-move towards his army instead. Because he's like right there and he's going to sideswipe me. And then we're going to forget about it. Our SCV count's still really good. Let's go for a couple of gases over here. Let's make another command center in my main so I can have more mules and stuff like that. Let's keep making units out of my factories. Spend our money, boys. Let's actually get rid of this bunker. I don't really need it anymore.
Add-on complete.
How'd my army go? Oh, we won. Let's kill this base then.
Mineral.
Drop some mules. Saturate the gases. Let's start another command center over here for another base of a planetary fortress. Keep making Thors and stuff like that. 'Cause it's working right now, so we're good. More creep timbers I can kill. Creep timbers over here as well. I'm still macroing the whole time in my factories. I'm never stopping. Let's go back to my main base and make some more depots. And do another upgrade. And now let's make this a planetary. Put a couple turrets up there.
Not enough minerals. Mineral field.
Let's regroup my army. Let's just back up. We'll back up. We'll go here.
Mineral
And we'll
field
back up.
depleted.
We'll regroup all our shit together. Now let's drop some more mules. Fuck it. Alright, now that we're regrouped, let's we know he has a base here. Let's scan down here and see if he's got a base down here. No, he does not.
Command center upgrade.
So now let's go break these rocks and we'll push this base. Start another command center. Start making command centers around my base and shit. Because now we're maxed out and we're going to start having a lot of extra bank. So we can do things like this. How's my bases look? Good? Oversaturated. We'll grab 4. Good. Okay, we'll send these guys down here. Make a planetary.
Mineral field.
We're good. We'll just drop some mules up here. Why not? And now we'll attack his base. At the same time, let's do something like this. Let's actually make a few factories, a few additional factories, because we could do some more. We're not doing anything. We'll scan his base one time, see what he's got tech-wise. He's got a hive. He's got corruptors. He might go Viper. So now if you scout shit like that and you're in Platinum League, you might want to start doing something like this. Make a few starports just in case you need to go into like Massive Viking to like help you assist with Broodlord. It's good. It'll help you out. Take some gases over here. And now that we're also starting to get a lot of command centers that are orbital commands, we don't need as many SCVs mining minerals with Terran at this point. We can go into more heavy on the gas side of things. Because we're going to start having a ridiculous mineral bank, because I can do shit like this. Just like dump, 4 mules, which is insane. So we're going to move his base now. See what happens. Because I've prepared everything for myself, and now I'm ready to move his base if I need to. I can make 4 reactors on these starports. All these orbital commands. Not microing at all. Now I'll move this base, and we'll forget about it. We'll just keep back. Go make sure everything. Start upgrades here. What else could I do? You know what? Fuck it. I can make some more command centers. Not because it's BM, but because if you make enough orbital commands with Terran, you can actually throw your SCVs away and have mules mine all your money for you. It's actually really intelligent to do that with Terran.
Command center upgrade complete.
And then over here we're good, over here we're good. Everything's looking good. This is oversaturated. Let's grab some SCVs, take them off, send them like over here. Good shit. Space looks fine. All the rest of these bases look fine. We'll grab all these command centers and put them in my hotkey. You are doing nothing. You're stuck, that's why. Go over there. Make more Thors, more Hellions. Cool. Cool beans. Yeah. Upgrade my buildings. What's going on over here? He's got brute lords. We can, since we have a moment to spare now, we can move our army forward and just go like this. He move his base now that we're like a lot of Thors are in his base instead of just a couple. Yeah, man, we're good. This is what it looks like when you make a lot of orbitals, boys. There we go. 3-3 mech. We focused all of our attention on just producing it. If, however, he would have had an army that is kind of suited well to deal with my initial push, I would have started switching it up. Like if he goes for like mass Lingbane Hydra or some shit like that, or Ravager, maybe I start adding in some, or like mass Roach Ravager, maybe we start adding in some tanks instead. But he went mass Spinecrawler into Spire, so Thors are great. Thors are really good. You could just stay on the Thor tech at that point and just make it really easy peasy. This feels more trolly than plat. Is it because I made a lot of command centers? Because it's like making a lot of command centers like that is actually really good play if you're Terran. That's how you extend your lead as Terran. Are you playing in a way that wouldn't be efficient against better players? Yes. But here's how StarCraft 2 works. If you're Platinum League, you're not going to play like a GM player. So expecting a Platinum player to play like a GM player is unrealistic. It's not going to happen. That'd be like saying to me, hey, ViBE, we're going to go ahead and put you in a fucking UFC ring. We need you to go ahead and fight like a fucking world-class fighter. Go ahead. You've seen it. You've seen people do it, so just go do it. And I get my fucking ass kicked by someone who actually is a world-class fighter. Like, it's not even, I don't even land one hit. I just try to swing one time, and he fucking knocks me out, and he just beats the shit out of me. And it's like, oh, well, that wasn't a very good fight. You didn't do what you should have done what you saw. You saw other guys fight. Do it like that. There's a big difference in being able to see someone do something and being able to actually do it yourself. And right now what I'm doing is what you should be doing yourself if you're in somewhere like Platinum League. Makes a big difference. You can't just do what you see and be like, oh, I can mimic that perfectly. You know? It's kind of how it works. Bring your Aikido to the ring. What I'm doing right now, like, I've asked this before, but what I'm doing right now, does it look like it's really hard to do? When you watch me do this, does it look like what I'm doing is like, you can't even follow what's happening because my god, it's so fucking fast? Or does it look like, okay, yeah, ViBE's playing actually really fucking slow, and it's, I can actually understand what he's doing. Like, I'm following the game right now. If you're following the game, it means you could do it yourself. Scout? Well, if I'm Zerg, I don't have to drone scout. You can overlord scout and you're fine. Alright, so 50% pool, mega gas. What I'm doing is still very fast. It's still fast, and I'm diamond. Really? Alright. So we're making 2 queens. We're making drones. We're gonna go ahead and make start a spine crawler because he doesn't have a natural started. just in case. We're still making drones. There's nothing at the wall. We're gonna scout further in. This is that moment where it's kind of sketchy. We're gonna start saving larva just for a second. We're gonna save larva, boys, just for a sec. We're also gonna move this overlord because it might die now. Move it a little bit back. We're gonna start a queen here, or I mean a layer here. Oh, okay, we're getting all in. So there we go. Now we know where it's happening. Grab our queens and fight with the spine crawler. We're making Zerglings now because we're getting all in. I just A-moved it. I didn't really micro. Now we're done. Make another queen. We can make another spine. Our Zerglings can just keep running up that way because that's where the Marines are coming from. They're like probably right there. Now we're going back to droning already. We're already droning again, boys. Let's go ahead and make, instead of walling off this time, let's go ahead and make buildings in the back. We'll make a roach horn. We'll go ahead and make a another overlord. We'll go ahead and make another queen here. Let's go ahead and start 2 gases. We're at 40 supply. So all my lings are dead, and he's got 4 racks. Let's cut drones a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's just make a couple roaches, okay? We're gonna make like 5 roaches. We'll make 5. Behind my spine. Because this guy seems like he really wants to all-in me non-stop. Eject, eject. Third queen's out. Let's do a creep tumor. Saturate my gases. Roach weapons. Alright, now we have enough roaches. Let's make 6 more drones to finish off my saturation here. Start roach speed. Now we're going into full saturation. The reason why is because I had enough ling. The reason why I started droning again is and I made a second spine is because the second spine keeps me safe if it brings like 5 Marines in again. And by the time it would take him to get enough Marines to overpower his spine, I will then already be making roaches. It's all about the efficiency of like timings and shit. Now he's just gathering Marines outside my base. And he's gonna go for it. So we'll just kind of A-move it. And we'll just keep making roaches. We're just never gonna stop making roaches. Okay. Pull our queen back to inject. And we just pushed him back. Cool. The spine crawler helped a lot. And now, once we have about 20 roaches, we'll first attack here with the roaches, and then we'll attack here with the roaches. There's no reason for me to do it now, though. Like, what if he runs his Marines around the side and comes around and hits my drones or some weird shit like that? Probably won't happen, but it could. We'll inject. Okay, so he's dead. So if we look at the supply here, because I made drones, this dude is at 21 supply. We're at 82. And he's only got 14 SCVs mining a mineral line without even having a orbital. Now, if you ever get to your opponent's base and you're someone who is in a lower league, or you're a lower league player, and you're not 100% confident in yourself with your micro abilities, if you ever scout your opponent's base, excuse me, like this, if you're a Zerg and you see this, right now, you see nothing. There is nothing here, okay? You see nothing. If you're a Zerg and you're not 100% confident in your ability to micro if you get all-in, what I want you to do is I want you to then just immediately start a spine crawler and keep making drones. Because if you make a spine crawler and make Zerglings, and let's just say there's a command center like right there, and he's playing defensive, you're going to fall really far behind. Because he's actually macroing, he's just not building the command center on the low ground. And also if you, let's just say hypothetically, you don't make a spine crawler, don't make lings, and you just keep making drones like my build says you do, you'll have to micro drones against Marines as they run into your base with SCVs. You could beat that. You can. but it requires micro. It requires micro. So if you're just not really sure about it, and you're like, oh, I just want to play safe. If you see no natural, start a spine. And continue to scout further in with your Overlord. And I did, and I saw no barracks. And as soon as I see this, I really 100% know there's no reason why I should cancel this spine. Because this guy does not have any production so far at his base, which most likely means I'm getting proxied. That's what it means. That's usually what this means. There should be a barracks here, but there's not. So I'm going to let the spine crawler finish. And now, because I don't see anything here, I'm going to take a second until my Overlord gets a little bit further into his base. And I'm going to hold my larva now. At this point, I was making drones the whole time. I was going spine crawler and drones the whole time. But now that I see even further that it's most likely an all-in, a proxied all-in, I'm no longer going to make larva. I'm going to just chill for like the next 10 seconds. Just like 10 seconds. Just to see if he has production or gas or anything in his main base that actually revolves around him having stuff in his main base. Like there could be a barracks here and a command center there. Who knows? There could still be shit in his main. So I'm just going to take like 10 seconds. And what ended up happening was he no longer had anything here. And at the exact same time I saw this, because I saved a little bit of larva, I saw, oh, look, he's also actually committed to the proxy. So I saved 2 larvae on my natural, and I saved 1 larva on my main. It's not even a lot of larvae. I saved 2 and 1. So I have 3 larvae ready to go to make lings with. And I'm making nothing but lings at this point on to deal with this. And it turns into a full A move. The spine crawler helps a lot. The spine crawler killed a marine and like 2 SCVs, and it tanked long enough for my queens to get like 2 kills pretty much each. Like 1.5. It tanked a lot of damage, and it also bought me time to where now the queens can still be alive for when my lings spawn. Which is why ultimately that was a defense. That was an easy defense. You can also always just make a spine if you really want to, if you're not really sure about shit, like I said earlier, and just make drones. Like, make non-stop drones, and you can make a spine if you're not sure if you're going to get all in or not. If you're, like, literally unsure of yourself. You can make a spine every game. It's fine. It's not a big deal. You can totally do it and get away with it, because if you still make drones after 1 spine, you'll be fine. The build has a late gas, so you can afford to do something like that. I'm drunk as fuck. Can you explain it in 2 words? Get good. Listen now. ViBE knows. Macro. Macro. Watch this. Potato salad. Alright, we're Zerg again. Scout his ramp with the first Overlord. Make a drone. And then make an Overlord. Did you run through the builds in the beginning? I do it every game. I literally do it every game. Sub now.
We require more minerals.
And I'm playing random, so you have a chance to see your race as well in every matchup. Alright, so 13 Overlord, and then drones. Just every single time you can make a drone, you make a fucking drone. Until 17. $180 minerals, send a drone your natural. Expand to that shit right now. Hotkey your hatcheries together, make drones.
We require more minerals.
Make a spawning pool. Next. 18 supply, 17 supply, it doesn't fucking matter. If you overdo it and make 18 supply, it's okay. Just make a pool early. Make drones. What league are we up to? We're in platinum now.
We require more minerals.
Notice how every single time my hatchery has a larva, it's immediately an egg. That's what you need to do. If you don't do that, that's what you need to practice doing. It's a big deal. I can send my I can send my Overlord back to my natural. So just to make sure I'm not getting cannon rush or something behind my mineral line. I make an Overlord at 20. Send one drone down to my natural. Re-rally my hatchery to my natural. Both rally points now go there. Send 3 drones to my gas. Make a queen. Make a queen. Make drones. This Overlord can now go back to the front. We're fine. Look at his base with your Overlord. We see early Nexus. This is Gateway, Nexus, Core. Double Gateway, Nexus, Core. Triple Gateway. Okay. So this guy is not... 4 Gateways. This guy is not playing efficient at all. No. There's no efficiency in his build. There is no fucking way he'll be able to support 4 Gateways off this. He's going to have to cut probes to do that. Automatically, I have a lead already because of that. Layer at my main, queen at my natural, and make drones. Notice how, even though I see 4 gateways, I don't give a shit, and I'm still making drones. A lot of people, when they're in low leagues, freak out about shit like this. They're like, 4 gates! Ah, make units now! I gotta make Zerglings! I'm gonna die! No, you won't! Have some confidence. 5 Stargate. Holy shit. This guy makes a lot of production. He's not really efficient. This guy is not efficiently making production at all. Not at all. Move my Overlord over here. Move it a little bit further forward. Queen can spawn a Creep Tumor. I'm at 40 supply. Let's go double gas. What this means is I'm probably going to get harassed by like an Oracle and like some Zealots and some Stalkers and shit, and it's going to be a really awkward amount of units, and it's going to be a really awkward amount of probes. It's way too much production. Way too early for this guy. We're going to drone up to 47 supply. Now we're going to saturate our gases. We're going to get roach speed. So we have +1 weapons and roach speed started now. And now we're going to start making roaches. We're going to creep spread. And we're going to inject our hatcheries as soon as we can in like the next 6 seconds. We're making roaches the whole time. We're making rushes the whole time. If this guy decided to attack me, by the way, with like 4 units out of those first 4 gateways, I would have just made a Devo chamber right there and had 2 queens standing behind it beating the shit out of his gateway units. No problem. So now he's making Stargate units. Let's go ahead and make a Spore Crawler. And let's make a Spore Crawler. Let's make 1 drone to resaturate my main base and 1 drone to resaturate my natural base. And we're good. Now we're safe from any type of Stargate pressure. Let's make Creep Tumor, Creep Tumor, Creep Tumor. We can pull this Overlord back now because now we have Creep doing the same exact job of what the Overlord was doing. Let's inject. And inject. And make roaches. Now we can right click that shade. Just in case he wants to shade in. Okay, he did not want to shade in. That's fine. Make an Overlord. Now we're about to move out, so let's take a drone. Send it to my 3rd base, and make a new drone at the same exact time for resaturating to replace the drone I just took off. We're going to build a hatchery. We're actually going to take another drone, and we're going to build a Spore Crawler. Make another drone, because we're building a Spore now as well. We're going to inject. We're going to inject. We're going to creep spread. We're going to creep spread. And we're going to creep spread. Now we're going to make 1 more round of roaches. That's enough. That's fine. We're going to take all our units, select all, and we're going to attack right there. Right there. So he doesn't have some weird wall where it fucks my AI up of my units. We're just going to go right there and let it be. We're just not going to worry about it again. Now, because we know he's going for a Stargate, we're going to go for a 2nd Evo Chamber, a Hydroden. We're going to make 2 drones to replace the drones I just lost again on my base. We're going to eject. We're going to eject. We're going to creep spread. 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 And we're going to make drones now for this base. Rally all my hatcheries to this base, and we're making drones. We're going to look at our army really fast. It's fighting Void Rays. That's cool. How about this? How about we just walk... Oh, wait, no. He's got a lot of Stalkers. We just tested the waters there. He's got Stargate and Stalker. Let's back up. We don't need to fight that anymore. That's a losing battle for me, because it's going to be inefficient. Let's just back up. It's okay to back up, guys. Let's grab our queen. Let's make this queen start injecting my base. At the same time, let's make another hatchery over here, because we're about to fully saturate our base over there. Let's go for inject, 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 start an upgrade, start an upgrade. We'll make a hatchery like we just said a second ago. We'll make drones. We're done. Now let's creep spread. 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 Let's start gases. Notice how he's posturing his army over here now. Looks like he might want to attack me. So now, let's just go ahead and start a few hydras. I don't give a shit that the voiders are in my base. I don't give a fuck. I could always fall back to a spore and queens. Let's start a gas here. And we'll now look at our bases and resaturate. If I hear your base is under attack, I'll worry about it then. But until then, I don't give a fuck. Do your thing, Protoss. Have fun. Saturate this. Fix the saturation. We need 3. We're at 62 right now. We'll just make a few more hydras just in case, because there's like a few void rays around my base right now. We now have like 13 hydras, 14 hydras. That should be fine. That should be enough. Well, creep spread, creep spread, creep spread, creep spread, creep spread, creep spread. Now let's send this queen down to this base over here. Rally all my hatcheries to this base over here. Eject all my hatcheries. Look at my drone count after we're done. We're at 62. Let's make like 13 drones. That's 10 right there. Let's make a few more. That's at 12 now. We're at now at 74. Ah, fuck it. That's fine. We're at 12. Or we'll make one more. We'll make one more. Hey, look, he's attacking my queen. Let's attack him with my units. Let's eject the hatchery. And eject the hatchery. And eject the hatchery. And eject the hatchery. Now we'll start another pit for hydras. And let's start an infestation pit. Let's get ready to go hive. And now let's start a couple of gases. Start some more overlords too, because we're about to supply block again. And now let's look here. We're now below. Let's make a couple more drones. Let's make 3 more, 4 more. We'll go up to 76 drones. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're Gucci. We'll go back to 75 actually, because we just made a spore. Now we're done droning. But still, let's make another hatchery over here, because now look at our main base. It's still mining out a little bit more. My natural's probably going to follow that path as well pretty soon. So as soon as we can, we'll start rotating drones from my main and natural to my other bases that I just made. See, my main's still mining out. There's another 2 drones that are oversaturated. Now 4 drones oversaturated. Let's go ahead and send them over here. Now let's make a hive. As soon as my hydra spawn that I just made, we'll select the army. But in the meantime, while we're waiting, let's creep spread. We're not doing shit. We're just waiting. Creep spread. Creep spread. Creep spread. Okay, now let's attack his 3rd base. You always want to control their 3rd base. Don't ever let them have it for free. So while we're attacking now, let's inject, 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 make units, creep spread, creep spread, creep spread, creep spread, creep spread, creep spread. And if anyone's wondering, how did you make units just now? I literally just hit 5, my hatchery hotkey, S, select a larva, and I held down the H button for Hydralisk. Now let's look at our army. Alright, we're getting a little inefficient over there. Let's make sure he doesn't have the other 3rd. Let's right click back here. Let's A move the other 3rd base. Let's make sure our units don't run in super unoptimally. Oh look, he does have a 3rd. Let's right click over here. And let's A move it. Forget about it. Make units back at home. Eject. 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 Let's creep spread again while we do that. Creep spread. Creep spread. Creep spread. Creep spread. Creep spread. Creep spread. Let's make hydras again. We're maxed out, and we killed a 3rd base. Now let's go check us for a different base, maybe. Maybe he's got a 4th. Let's just take a moment here to check the map before we really commit to attacking his main base. Because people like to hide bases all the time. So he's got no base here, and this is the only base I haven't seen yet on the entire map. So while we're waiting, let's eject, 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 creep, 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 and creep. Now let's look at our bases really fast. Good. Needs to be fixed. 2. Good. I'll send him over there. Cool. Now let's get my upgrades. 3-3. Boom, boom. No base here. Let's select all army once again, and let's go here, right outside his base. Get ready for a big attack. Now he's turtling, so let's have a backup plan. Let's make a spire, just in case we somehow can't break him with this. Now while we're waiting, let's actually shift Q our eject so we have a lot of larvae waiting. Shift eject, shift eject, shift eject, shift eject. Now let's look at our natural. We're oversaturated by 4. Grab him. Set him over here. We're fucking good to go. Now, let's take the fight. We actually just lost some army. Oh well. Let's just remake it. Look at my supply. I'm fucking maxed again. Let's focus fire his wall a little bit. There we go. We killed the core. Now let's walk into his base a little. Now A move. Let's inject while we're, or let's creep spread while we're doing this. GG. 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 Let's look at what happened actually when I rallied my units. I think I got stormed to shit. But it doesn't matter because we macroed, boys. Look at the supply already. He's half my supply at this point. Yeah, we ate 4 storms to the face in a concave. That's really bad for Zerg. See, microing against it like that comes when you're in Diamond League. Platinum League doesn't need to worry about that still. You just got to make units, because if you just make units, it doesn't matter that we just lost a shitload of Hydras, because a second ago, his supply was 111 versus 200. Now, his supply is 86 versus 200. Even though he's just got a good cost-efficient trade out of that fight, he's still now even worse off than he was before, because it doesn't matter if he takes a good fight. If he's got half my economy, and he's mining out as well on top of that, so he really doesn't have half my economy. Like, you guys might think, oh, ViBE, you got 4 bases, and he's got 2 bases. That means he's half of your economy. No, it doesn't. Because the way it works is, he's got oversaturated mineral lines here because he's mining out of the base. He's only got 8 effective patches, 8 effective workers here that can mine the patches. He's got 14 effective workers here that can mine the patches. Which is, in total, that's fucking 22 workers that could be mining here. I've got 8. I've got 10. I've got 16. And I've got 16. That's 42, 50. That's 50 effective workers. That's more than double what he has. Even though I'm mining 4 bases to 2 bases. It's because I have more active patches. And if you can contain somebody that is currently mining out of their bases, then they die. Like, they'll just lose. Because they can't ever have an economy that's going to match yours. You're just going to crush theirs. Hardcore. And that's it. That's pretty much it. And that's the game. Thanks, man. I'm much more effective now. That's good. Good shit. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it, bro. And the logic I'm giving you guys as well about just macro and philosophy of how you do shit, it doesn't just apply to the one race I'm playing at any given point in time. It applies to all 3 races all the time. Like that whole like economy thing I just said, that literally applies to all the races. It applies to all of them. All the time. All of them, boys. It's not just Zerg thing. It's everyone. The only thing that applies to Zerg is creep spread and injecting. That's a Zerg thing. Alright, so we got a Zerg opponent now, and we're Terran. Is learning cheeses worth it? No. Do you want to get better at StarCraft? No. Don't learn cheeses. That's how you stay bad. Cheesing is actually good at high level, and it's something you can do all the time for fun. If you want to have fun, fucking by all means, go cheese people. I don't give a shit. Whatever you find fun, play that way if you just care about having fun. But if you want to actually get better at StarCraft, no, you should not cheese. Early on, when you're starting to learn how to play the game properly.
Oh,
because it's really easy for somebody who knows how to macro to start becoming a cheesy player. But it's really hard for someone who only knows how to cheese to just suddenly just start macroing. It's way harder to transition that way. Yo, Beast McCoy, thank you so much, man. I appreciate this sub. The 4-year sub, man. Hey, Beast McCoy, you're the best. That's a long-ass sub, dude. 4 years? Oh, baby. We're in the 4-year club now. Oh, oh my god. Beast McCoy, I love you. Because, to elaborate a little bit more on what I'm talking about, if you're somebody who can, who only focuses on all-ins, you're not going to have the multitasking needed and required to actually be good at effectively executing that. You just won't. Like, you're gonna lose a lot because your macro is gonna be really fucking bad. Look, we're getting all in right now, boys. So since we're getting all in, because we just scouted that, let's bring the Marine back over here, put the wall up, and let's go ahead and build a factory. We'll still make SCVs.
Oh,
If I have to, I'll cancel that. It's okay. Yo, Blue Hell, thank you very much for the sub, dude. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so he is effectively going to kill that. I need to just cancel it and start a new one. It's okay. It's just a little bit of time out of my build here. We're still making SCVs, boys. He delayed my build by probably 30 seconds. But in doing that, he went for a really fucking early speed opener. So he also delayed his own build by probably more than that. So I'm okay with what just happened. And that's why you scout with an SCV. It prevents all these types of stupid all-ins that can kill you. That you're like, oh dang! Well, I'm dead.
Add-on complete.
I'm telling you right now, I'm ahead in this game. And we can watch the replay too after this is over too. Like, you know, let's go through it really fast to just show you that. But I guarantee you I'm ahead now. I 100% know my tech is ahead, and our worker counts are probably similar. But since my tech is ahead, it's going to cause a massive problem for him now in the future of this game. So let's build a depot down at my natural. We'll start walling this off. Let's build an armory.
Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Okay, so we're, again, SCVs are priority. We're never stopping SCV production. And then whenever we have an open window here with money, we make either a depot or a Hellion or a Cyclone, whatever we can afford. Here comes my weapon upgrade. Excuse me, good God. He's already got a layer. So he did that and then he rushed a layer. So that means his economy is fucking terrible. 100%. So as soon as my next Cyclone pops out, we're going to go. We'll make all Hellbats right now. Next Cyclone, we go. Oh, he's all-inning me. Okay, we'll go defend. We'll just grab my SCVs and send them in my natural really fast. Let's go ahead and wall this off. Still make SCVs, boys. Now let's send SCVs back to my main.
Additional supply depot.
Okay. And we'll open this wall up. We'll saturate my natural now because we're fully saturated on 2 bases. And we'll go build 1 depot up here. Now let's move towards the front of his base. And all the rest of my units, they're all going to be rallied into my base. I'm putting my wall up. We're going to make a 3rd command center. Make sure my bases are covered here. We got 2 SCVs missing there, 2 SCVs missing there, 2 missing there, 2 missing there. There we go. Good shit. Keep making units.
Not enough minerals.
Now let's do a timing. Let's go. Keep making SCVs. We can look at it really fast and see if it's going to be good. Oh, it's going to be good, alright. It's going to be lovely, actually. Make a factory. Move towards the mineral line.
Complete.
Keep making SCVs. Don't ever stop.
Mineral field depleted.
Let's make a second armory. Let's make a second factory, or another factory up here.
Must be gas.
And let's make another depot. Okay, we killed his natural. Let's see what is going on in his main. He's making more spine color. So let's just move into his main really fast and A move it. Call it a day again. Let's make a engineering bay, and let's make this an orbital command. Let's make another command center as well up here. Still making SCVs, boys. And now we're going to start going into Thors. Because this guy's gone for tech really hard and he's already got a lair, there's a chance he might go into beat us.
Add-on.
Which is also why we made the engineering bay, because now we'll put some missile turrets in my base. Just a couple. I don't got to go crazy, just a couple. Start an armor upgrade. Now let's take our third base.
Add-on complete.
And now we're oversaturated by 14 on that. Here we go. We got 14 SCVs going all down to my third base right now. We'll move our army with it. We'll just go escort our dudes. Now that we have that base set up, let's take 2 more factories. Now we also have a armory, or I mean engineering bay. We'll re-rally all my command centers here. Drop some mules at it. Let's go ahead and make some missile turrets now. Just 1 per base. Just in case this guy goes beat us, and I can repair it then. We'll get a building upgrade. All my armor. Let's get some servos. Let's get some blue flame. And we're making Thors, and we're making Hellions.
Not enough. Upgrade.
Start another command center over here. This will be my planetary in a second.
Not enough minerals.
Boom. Get some SCVs going on these gases. Another weapon upgrade.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Now let's scan his base 1 time just to see what's going on. Got a lot of spines, and we got fucking Banes, and that's like his natural again. Let's take 1 Hellion and let's go scout the map on both sides. 1 Hellion goes down there, 1 Hellion goes up here. Shift A move. I'm just scouting all the extra bases. Still making SCVs. We're almost done. We're almost done making
Mineral
SCVs.
field depleted.
What's going on? Yep,
Upgrade complete.
I'm going.
Okay, look, he's got a gold base. We just found a gold base. Let's send a group of army over there to go kill it. I put all my Thors in high impact payload, and I put all my Hellions in Hellbat mode. Just for now. If mutas come out, I'll go back to explosive payload for Thor. And because I got that upgrade called Smart Servos, my Thors can transition in and out of each mode fucking really fast. Go ahead and take this base. Let's take our gases at it. And we'll make 5 more, or we'll make like 6 more SCVs or so. And we'll call it quits. We're oversaturated by 2. Grab 2. So we'll actually build some depots right here with these 2. There you go. Boom. It's done. This base, make a planetary at it.
Not enough minerals.
And I'll make a missile turret at it. He's got no bases on the bottom. He did have this base on the top, which we just killed. And we'll back up. What does he have here? My Hellion scouting it?
Depleted.
Nothing. Okay, we're going to select all army. We're going to grab it all and go right there, right in the center of everything, of my base.
Not enough minerals.
Let's drop some mules.
Mineral
Again,
field
all
depleted.
Hellbats, Hellbat mode, all Thors, like high impact payload. It helps kill Overlords faster. Anything that's not basically a Mutalisk dies faster to this. If he has mutas though, I'll go right back to the other one. We're oversaturated. Let's grab 4. Go over here. Let's actually make some factories as well.
I can't build here. Yeah, what?
Put up some more mules. We're good on SCVs. Keeping my production going on my factories. Okay, let's look at his base. Scale this group timber. Let's go see if does he have this third? We haven't scouted this actually. No, he does not. Let's just A move his base now. Good stuff. Let's start another base, because we have map control, and why not? Now we want to start rotating SCVs that start mining out on other bases, to other bases, basically. So having more bases is nice.
Complete.
We got a lot of factories. We'll rally them all here. Put these guys right there. Upgrade complete. We're good. Start another one. GG. And we're just keeping our bases rolling here with production.
Insufficient Vespi.
That's it. It's not that he's playing bad, it's that he has his priorities all fucked up. His priorities are all super bad, because like I said, let's go back to the beginning of the game and show you how I'm ahead. I will show you how I'm ahead. This guy went for... He went for a, what is this, like a fucking 14 pool? 13 pool? He went for a 13 pool. Oh yeah, thank you. I'll change my stream title. Thank you for saying that. Plat League. So this guy went for a he went for a 13 pool. It doesn't matter who you are. If you open up 13 pool against Terran and you do nothing, what he did effectively was he killed one SCV and he made me cancel my command center, which I then immediately just rebuilt in my main base. But that's it. I lost nothing else. The investment he did, though, is going to put him behind in workers the whole time. Or at least it'll either be close to me or behind. And then on top of that, he then rushed for a Nidus, and we denied it. And if you've done those two things together, like your economy as Zerg, even if I haven't killed drones yet, it's basically like I did, because you ruined your own economy to do that. Because you can't have a good economy and also be that aggressive. It's impossible. You don't have like it doesn't work that way. That's not how StarCraft works. That's just not how it works. It's like trying to do two opposite things at the same time in this game, which it doesn't work. Because you don't have enough larvae for that. You don't have enough drones for that. You don't have enough time to make that all work at the same exact time. You're limited in this game. That's actually a better way to explain it. A lot of people might be misunderstanding what I'm trying to say. There's limitations in StarCraft, and his limitation is he chose to go for early aggression and tech, which means that his drones suffer for that. They go down because you can't do everything at once. And what I chose to do is I chose to go for macro, and the limitation of that is I can't punish him for whatever build he does early game. I have to let him do whatever he wants up until the point when I do my timing. But I don't care, because if 99% of the time I'm going to get ahead from that when I'm playing anybody who's not Grandmaster League, basically. Because people don't know how to deal with shit like that. They're like, wait, what? Oh, fuck. That's why if you ever have a jam player playing against someone who's lower than them, they'll always win. They'll always win. Because they're actually playing efficient. So look at the worker count already. Okay. I had to make an orbital command which stops workers. But I want you guys to take a second here. Just take a second here and let's look at the economy, okay? Right now, we have more SCVs for me. I'm mining a lot more gas than he is already. And we're mining the same amount of minerals currently. And it's going to start going up for me because I just dropped the mule. Now let's look at his base. He doesn't have speed started yet. His natural's not done yet. His natural's like 2/3 of the way done. My orbital command, my new command center is halfway done. The timing overall is pretty standard for like a Zerg expanding faster than a Terran like this. It's standard. But as a result of his 13 pool, the result is he's behind on workers and he's behind on tech. He's starting a layer and I've already got a factory done and I'm going to be starting a second factory like right now. The fact that he rushed tech that hard means that it's okay. Like, it's still really bad in my opinion. You shouldn't do that as Zerg. But like tech-wise, I don't really have the lead anymore. Having a layer is different. But you don't really want to have like no units out of a layer. It kind of sucks. So now we have our natural again. His natural has 7 drones on it. Our natural has 4 SCVs on it currently. Similar counts so far. He's making a lot of drones. He's actually droning up pretty hard. But now he's done. He's going for the all-in now. That's it. No more workers for this guy. He's going full Ling mode. And if we look at the worker tab again, I'm actually really, really, really close in workers overall. And we never stop making workers. We're going to be making workers the whole time. The entire time we're making workers. And now it's a bunch of Zerglings versus a bunch of Hellions. So we pull our workers back. Now we got to look at what was the result of the Nidus, okay? We lost 1 SCV so far in this game, before this. And now he invested into a Nidus, and he's killed 2 workers. That Nidus, what that result of that Nidus was, is he killed 2 workers. He spent 300 gas, 300 minerals, invested into speedlings, a lot of lings early on, to kill 2 workers. And now the result of that is I'm actually just ahead on workers now. Sure, my economy is a little bit lower than his because I just pulled my mineral line for a second. But it's going to go up really quick, really fast. And now he's got an army that cannot deal with my army. He's got mass lings against Hellbats. Anyways, that's kind of how the game goes at the start. That's why I got ahead, is because he went into aggression that didn't really do anything. And now you guys are going to see the result of that if we look up here. Watch the top middle of the screen now. So we do a little bit of a timing. His army's not prepared for it. He invested in too many things and in too many things that were bad early. And after my attack is over, I didn't even look at it. I just let it go. I didn't really micro it. I just said, yeah, go ham, A move. And meantime, while I did it, I was macroing, making command centers, making SCVs. Look at my SCV counts. Like, we're getting a shitload. We're pre-saturating my 3rd, basically. Making units out of my factories, doing my upgrades, doing my infrastructure of my build. And now we're tripling his supply. So, that's the result of macroing. He's not even 30 supply still, and we're over 100. This is what's going to happen to you all the time. And look, we just decided, you know what? I just dealt damage to his base, and we're chilling, boys. I'm in no fucking rush ever to attack my opponent, especially if I scan them and I see that. I have no rush. They're like, why do I have to attack that? I don't. How about I just expand in your face and like take a lot of bases? How about I do that instead? If I'm playing like a gold league level, and then on top of that, how about I just scout the map really quick one time? Because I'm not doing anything. I'm not attacking. There's not much going on. I'm just making units. And when I'm just chilling, waiting for shit to be made, I'll just send a worker, or not a worker, I'll send it like a Hellion around the map to scout. I scouted this whole side. Nothing. I scouted this whole side. We found a base. It's not mining right now, but we found a base. So now, once again, and I scouted this base too. So once again, he's recommitted to, I know once again he's 2 base. And if he's 2 base, I'm winning. I know I'm winning. There's the supply. He's got a bad economy. I have a wonderful economy. There's no fucking way he can compete with my economy if I know he's contained. And then once I know I have a big army and I can take the push, the fight looks like this then. I'm not microing it. Like, the doors are just on A move. And we just won. And there you go. And there you have it. And that's the deal. That's how you do it, boys. Once we get to Diamond League, again, we'll start doing a little bit more micro. We'll start incorporating a little bit of micro in Diamond League. But even then, it's very basic. Way too many people. I keep repeating myself a lot here. But it's because it's so fucking important, and a lot of people don't ever look at it this way. They don't. They look at the game like you have to micro like a god to win. You could micro none at all and win. A lot of people try to think of these like, they're like, oh, it's an RTS. It's a real-time strategy game. Let me think about my strategies and how I'm going to fucking execute my attacks on the map. Yeah, all right, if I put a tank over there and I put a medevac over there and I start microing like 2 Hellions and a medevac with a tank on that side, I can make him waste his time over there. And I might be able to get really cost-efficient damage done with my little attack. Okay, maybe if I have like 8 Marines going another medevac over there, I'll kill workers. I'll fuck him up in like 3 different fronts. And that's how we'll do it. And then it's like, alright, time to execute my plan. And you like start trying to do it. Everything fucking falls apart. Everything dies. And you have 3,000 minerals and you're like, I haven't macroed for the last 3 fucking minutes. Oh my god. What's happening to me? Just fucking macro, dude. Make the game super simple. Macro. And you'll win every time. The game is actually way more basic than people make it out to be. Strategy is a pro gamer thing. That is a fucking pro gamer thing. That is someone who's like GM level shit right there. Not some guy who's Gold League, Platinum League, Diamond League. It's really basic when you get lower in the ranks. It's fun to think about. It's fun. Again, it's fun. Okay? If you want to have fun, do whatever you want. But if you want to get better at the game, disregard everything you think is important about StarCraft and just know it's not. It's just macro. It's fucking just macro. You don't have to be a fucking Maru to get Platinum League, guys. If Maru was playing this game, he would not be Platinum League. He's a top level pro gamer. He's GM. So don't let watching someone like that skew your mindset as to how you actually should play StarCraft if you're lower level. What I'm saying right now, that's how you should play.
Not enough minerals.
Because if you do that, what's going to happen is you're going to slowly start to improve at the game yourself.
Not enough
You'll start improving over time because you'll start building good mechanics, good foundation for your builds. And once you have that, then you add in strategy. Because you could get to fucking Master League purely macroing and not having any strategy or any micro. You seriously can. It might take a little bit longer because you'll start losing a little bit here and there in Master League or like Diamond League to get to Master League, but you'll still get there. You will still get there. The odds are you'll win more than you'll lose. And you will eventually get there. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Not enough minerals.
Anyways, let's talk more about this game now.
Not enough minerals.
So, we're playing a Terran player. He built a refinery, a refinery in my base. I should have scouted him as well. My bad. I didn't do that. I forgot to do that again. Yeah, we're gonna go scout him now. 2v2 is a lot different than 1v1. 2v2, you need to be aggressive most of the time. The only way you don't have to be aggressive in 2v2 is if you and your ally are both good enough to deal with 2 people owning you at the same time. That's the only way you don't have to do that. But if neither one of you is going to be able to survive if you get all in by 2 people, you have to both do all-ins as well then. That's how 2v2 works. Okay, he's going bio. I just scouted a bio build. So, what that means is it means I'm going to go for, this is Platinum League, okay? We can start adding a little bit of strategy to our build. If I know he's going to go bio, I'm now going to go for Hellions and tanks. I'm no longer going to go Hellion Cyclone. And I'm going to keep it really fucking simple defensively.
What's going on? SCV ready. Go ahead.
In Gold League, I would say Gold League or below, do Hellion Thor every game, no matter what. Platinum League, you can start incorporating a little bit of strategy to your builds. A little bit of strategy. Yay! Whee! Woohoo!
SCV ready.
Holy shit, guys! I've been streaming for 7 hours. This might be my last league we do. I might end my stream after this one. Once we get to the next promotion, I might stop. Time has gone by really fast today.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Okay, let's saturate our gases, or make gases rather, at our base over here.
SCV ready.
Let's also bring bring our units over here to kill the gas. His gas in my base. And let's start a 3rd command center.
SCV ready.
Start an engineering bay as well.
SCV ready.
Let's go ahead and also give his base a quick old scanneroo here. Let's see what he's doing.
SCV ready.
Mineral field.
Medevac drops with bio. Okay, tank bio.
Give us your
Cool.
best shot. Ready to raise some hell. Bad news.
So now since he's going bio, let's do something really safe here. We're gonna get a couple turrets over here, just 2 turrets over here, and we're gonna get 2 turrets over here. This is gonna eliminate the odds of me getting harassed really hard, really early by random crap. It's gonna put him in like a pressure, basically. It's gonna help me deal with drops a lot easier and make my life way easier than it
Additional
has to be.
supply depots required.
Yo, SCV ready. Go ahead.
Not,
Ready to roll out.
Alright, let's make another factory.
not enough minerals.
What's that? SCV ready.
Let's make another factory, and let's make an armory.
Sure.
See how he scans me? I bet he probably has an army out front of my base. Let's go check, just for fun. Alright, he's just scanning me to scan me, I guess. Let's go ahead and take a 3rd base. Let's take another command center right here, 4th base.
Not enough minerals.
Send some SCVs over there. Saturate it.
Rear with the
He's scanning me again. We're going to make 2 more tech labs on these factories, and we're going to start a 2nd armory right now to get armor upgrades.
Go ahead. In the rear with the gear. SCV ready.
Start some mules here.
What's our target?
Command center
Okay, well he's going to attack me. Let's actually just pull back. This base actually might just die. That's fine. Whatever. We'll go take another base over here then.
add-on. Additional supply depots
Send our
required.
SCVs over there instead. Now he's dropping my main. Siege up our tanks. Okay, cool. Now, as long as I haven't stopped making SCVs and I haven't been distracted by what just happened, we're going to be A-okay. Because a lot of times what people do is when they do attacks like that, they just drop all fucking macro. They just cease macro. All macro operations cease to be.
I can't build here. Will do. Big job, huh?
Not enough.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Alright, so now
What's our target? Go ahead.
let's go ahead and start spreading our tanks out a little bit.
What's that? SCV ready.
Defensively, we're spreading all of our tanks out.
Give up.
Command center over there. Take another base. We'll make this be a planetary up here because it's a bit more exposed than my other bases. This will be an orbital again.
Not enough minerals.
Orbital command, make some mules.
Not enough minerals.
We're at
Minerals
54
are
SCVs.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Let's make a couple more factories now because we're gonna have 4 base economy coming up here really soon. Make another turret, I guess, over here,
Command center
and like
upgrade
another turret, I guess,
complete.
over here.
Command.
Let's make a couple of refineries.
Can't build here. Ready to raise some hell. I can't build here. SCV ready. Load up.
Scan his base one time. His upgrades right now are 1-1. It's fine.
SCV ready.
Let's make another factory and another
Mineral
factory.
field depleted. Upgrade complete.
Let's get rid of this bunker. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is
Base is under.
we're gonna defend now. Okay, now that he's starting to add in liberators, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. So see how like if you switch up the build, it gets a little more complicated. Here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna scan his third. Scan his third. He's got this base. So now we're gonna move our army right here.
SCV ready.
And we're gonna start sieging him. We're gonna leapfrog tanks on his ass. Alright, no more SCVs. We're done with
What's
SCVs.
going on? Go ahead.
Make more Hellions.
Mineral field depleted.
So let's start leapfrogging tanks. We're just gonna siege them. We're A, moving towards them and clicking one at a time. Siege, 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 siege. We'll scan it one time as well so we make sure we see everything on the cliff. We just created a big problem for him now to deal with. We'll just leave it as is. I don't have to worry about it anymore. That's now a problem he has to deal with. So think about TVT you should do. You should never over commit to like looking at your army all the time. Okay.
Go ahead. What's going
Now we're gonna start making a few Thors again, like I said, because he's making
Insufficient best being
whatever they're
lost.
called, liberators.
Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Okay, he lifted the command center. Let's go ahead and group our army up again. Just unsiege it. Just unsiege it. Group our army up. And we'll make like 2 starports right now. Just in case he wants to start going for some weird air units. Weird air type build. Let's drop some mules. Cool. You make like another command center in my main base or something.
Not enough minerals.
Now let's scan. There he is. Okay, he's once again still trying to mine here, but now we have Thors, so let's do it again. Siege, siege. Make all my Thors high impact. Siege. Aliens can become Hellbats. Siege. It's all pre-fight micro. Siege. Siege. Now A move forward.
Command center upgrade complete.
Okay. Now let's scan again. Let's move back. Let's just back up. Unsiege my shit. Go back home. Okay, he came back. What's he gonna do now? He's going over here. Oh, he's got a base over there. Alright, let's grab a new army. F2, A move. Fucking Hellbats. Thors. Boom. We're gonna A move forward, and we're just gonna siege all my tanks. Meanwhile, we should be macroing the whole time while doing that. Macro the whole time, boys. And we could, at this point, be like, let's make a couple more factories. Yay! Because we could start making some more. Like, we're going to start getting a lot of minerals here, because if you look, we have a lot of orbital commands in my base. At this point, we're going to have 6 orbital commands. You want to go up to, like, probably, like, 8, and then you're, like, set.
Mineral field.
But look, we can start making a shitload of mules. See that? Oh yeah. At first it looked, you didn't think I was serious, but now you're like, okay, that's a lot. 6 mules? That's gonna increase my income a shitload. 6 mules is pretty good, dude. 6 mules is pretty good. And yeah, we just keep it going. Just keep making Thor tank Hellion. So if you look at it, the difference between like a Gold League Terran vs Terran to a Platinum League Terran vs Terran is I added in siege tanks. That's about it. That's about the only difference. And it makes it a little bit more complicated. And it makes you have to babysit your army a little bit more. But the proper way to do tanks and low league, like we're talking like Platinum League Terran vs Terran. If you're not fighting yet, okay? There's 2 ways. Number 1 is if the fight has not started yet and is not going to start right away either. Leapfrog your tanks. Or not leapfrog, scatter them is what I meant to say. Like tank, 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 tank. Just scatter them. But if it's a situation like the one we had here, where we're both colliding with each other, we're going to run into each other, and you see him coming, immediately siege all tanks. Just fucking screw it. Just do it. Just siege them all. And if he does not run away, and he stands there, as you might lose like 2-3 tanks in the process of him not running away, but the second they all siege, it's just going to be like, just fucking everything dies from his army, especially if he's going bio. Like, the tanks are going to wipe out his army so fucking fast. But the tanks give you another avenue to attack now, if you can use those as well while also macroing. And it's that you can also now siege his bases, because that is literally what they are. They're siege tanks, and that's what it. That's it, man. For that, for the TVT, it's the only addition. Really, still really simple micro, but yeah. Not in Brood War though. Well, we're not playing Brood War. Alright, anyways, guys. We're tier 2 platinum now. Good shit.